Hi, my name is Isabella Exclusa. I'm here with my mom Maria. The day is May 12th, 2020, and we're recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. We are recording this interview during the COVID-19 pandemic, and we have been in quarantine for about 7 weeks. First question, what are your thoughts and feelings about the COVID-19 pandemic and the way that society is handling it?
I think it's a difficult situation. It's a sad situation for the world, but I think society's handling it the best way they know how. I wish we were on a more unified stance when it comes to dealing with it. But it's a scary time for everyone right now.
Was going in quarantine a difficult task for you, or does it seem somewhat normal or the same as before?
It wasn't difficult. I think that it sort of set in when we went into the stores and we saw that the shelves were empty. That's when reality sort of kicked in into what was happening. I think it became more difficult as we realized that people like our parents and our grandparents that were not able or were able to see, but were not able to give them the affection. Like, for example, on Mother's Day, and I'm not able to hug my mom or even hug my dad, that makes it difficult. Just the thought of being someone that can actually get them sick. That whole idea, it makes it a little difficult.
Can you tell me about someone that you will always remember?
There'd probably be several people, being my grandparents, for one, my mom who's still with us as well. And I think the what mostly resonates with me is the fact that they've been through difficult situations, but they've always approached things with a smile, and they've always been able to find the light at the end of the tunnel and make something good out of a bad situation.
Can you tell me about an event that you will always remember?
Probably when the movie Jaws had just come out on 3D, and I just remember everyone running to the nearest 7-Eleven, buying up Slurpees just to get the free 3D glasses. And I just remember where normally kids would have been outside playing, everyone just the block was pretty much vacant, and everyone was inside their house watching Jaws.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Logan Square.
Who were your favorite relatives?
My favorite relatives were my female cousins. They were like my sisters. Primarily, I've had one cousin that actually we went to school together from kindergarten all the way to college.
Have you ever lived anywhere else besides Chicago?
Yes, I lived in Puerto Rico for a short time with my grandparents.
When you first found out that you were going to be a parent, how did you feel?
I was extremely happy. I was in disbelief that I was going to be a mom. And I was just happy. I just couldn't believe that I was going to be a parent.
When you were younger, did you ever get into trouble, and what was the worst thing that you did?
Probably when I pulled a fire alarm at before a church service. I was a kid. I was only about 7 years old.
How would you describe the perfect day when you were younger?
So the perfect day for us back then, or for me anyway, would have been getting up. If it was a Saturday morning, getting up, watching Saturday morning cartoons with a big bowl of cereal in front of you. Sometimes, if it was in the summer, the perfect day would consist of being outside with my friends, probably from 1 o'clock in the afternoon or even noon, all the way up until 8 o'clock, where we would play freeze tag to red light, green light, and then we would ride our bikes. Sometimes hopscotch and roller skating was a big thing back then when we would race from corner to corner on our roller skates. those were perfect days for us back then.
Thank you for letting me interview you. I'm grateful for you and I love you, and just thank you for sharing this information with me.
You're welcome, and I love you, love you, love you, love you, Bella.